It appears we have become poor. Welcome to Blockchain Basement. It is I, the Nictator. I'm here on a special episode of Freaky Friday to talk to you about many things. Number one, GPU mining. Number two, ASIC mining. Number three, some crypto stuff, how much pain we've got left in the market. Number four, the fallout from the Kamala Harris interview, and a couple other things here on the basement with... I'm the co-host. Drew is the host, but he's sitting over there. He's taking the day off. Drew, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, you're great, man. And shout out to Mike Mvino getting the gifties. You know, the memberships, you guys, after yesterday, like we are on a path to actually pay Nick money.
I didn't think it would be possible.
I know. It's possible now. We're on our way. Yeah. You guys are building a path for us to actually sustain this channel in a very grassroots level. And you filled my heart with joy. Oh my God!
Elevator man with 20. How is this even possible? He must be one of those guys that was buying render like this time last year,
or Caspa, or maybe he bought Tau when I was telling you at $40, or maybe he was talking about $3 ICP. Like I've tried my damnedest. Now there's a lot of pain in the markets. I understand people are down bad. You got to turn Nick up, right?
Turn me up.
Turn him up. I told you. Really?
Okay, I'm wrong. So, I'm wrong.
It's all right. It happens. So what we are doing here is we are trying to become unbeholden to the powers that be in crypto with, all of these crappy promotions. I have to turn down hundreds of things a day. Yeah. It feels like. And
there's a lot of bottom feeders that are trying to get. Feeders. Look, we're at the basement. We're at the bottom.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing is beneath us except for these crappy slime projects.
Yeah. And it's aggravating because I really need to build out something sustainable, but also I need to be able to talk shit about everything.
Yes.
If I need to. And you guys are making that possible by becoming members and supporting us on that grassroots level. You're literally making it possible for me to do so. So I am not beholden to needing any help. If I see something that comes across my desk that's garbage, I have the ability to say no because of you guys. I mean, I would say no anyways, but then I'd be unemployed, and I would still do the show and everything. Yeah. But it's just it's filling my heart with joy seeing the support come out for the channel.
So much love. Cheers, man.
Yeah, cheers. We're building something.
Freaky Friday. There we go.
Shout
out to our sponsors, Arculus and 2-Bit. I got some info.
On what?
I was doing some digging. We're going to get into the markets here in a second, but the thumbnail and the title are correct. There are things when it comes to mining that actually are making money. Why is this locking up on me now? Come on, miners that value.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Look at this stuff. Okay. So mining it's kind of having a little bit of a come to Jesus moment right now. Okay. This is the good news. This is a preview of the good news. Let's get to the bad news. All right. This is hashrate.no. Take my face away for a second. These are the profits happening right now on the absolute god tier hardware, the NVIDIA CMP 170HX. Okay. Its ROI is 2,418 days.
Oh my God, bro. What?
It makes a whopping 39 cents of profit. That is the best GPU profitability right now.
Why? What
because
happened?
So many GPU projects are absolutely demolished right now. Ergo, even Flux. You've got, Zelcore went to proof of stake. What else was I mining? Neoxa. Pyron, a whole bunch of these coins are just absolutely getting demolished.
Well, I think Flux has a chance because it's leaning into AI.
Flux is on its own, but its coin is still mineable, but its infrastructure for doing AI stuff allows you to be profitable with GPUs in another way. We'll get into that in a second. But if you're just straight up trying to get some quan with the GPU, guys, it's rough out there.
It's rough out there.
It is really, really rough out there. I don't recommend anyone getting into GPU mining right now for the foreseeable future. If you're already deployed with stuff, you need to just hold on to your nuts. It will get better, but don't be going out there spending thousands of dollars on a GPU mining rig, okay? Because right now there's just very, very little return unless you really believe in a project and like want to just go into something like Friend Coin or something silly just to support the network. I mean, I do like let's see if they have it on here. Evermore. Let's see, EVR. Evermore, which is like a Raven Coin DeFi protocol. You know what? God love them. That's just put a GPU on it. Once I get my rigs back up and running, I'll probably put a rig on Evermore for a little bit just to support the network. But that's the bad news.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not great news for mining.
Looking grim. Looking grim. Hardware's at an all-time low now. So if you're like dead set on getting into hardware, hardware is very, very cheap right now. But the silver lining here is
Hudson the DEI officer there?
Yeah, actually.
He kind of is, right? I mean, he's
up at Hit Network. No, we don't have basement. We're all autonomous.
Well, nothing. Yeah, everything's above us, and nothing is beneath us. Hudson, I'm still working on him. Okay, guys, don't give up on him. He'll see the light after he stops being able to afford food.
He will.
You know, he'll figure it out.
Let's get into the good news, guys. There's a lot of mining that you can do with an ASIC. Now, we're going to bypass this stuff with the Alephium miners. Some of them aren't even out yet, but they are in China, and they're posting absurd profits, $181 a day.
Whoa. Very
absurd profits, $170. This one even $20 a day for a Caspa miner. Now, you're like, wow, $20 a day. That's great. Yeah, KS5 Pro. Okay. I mean, oh my God. This is where it's going to start to get you, okay? When you guys get into mining and you want passive income, here's what you need to look at first. First of all, you need to look at profitability. Second of all, you need to look at consumption, okay? We're talking about 3,000 watts. So basically 3 regular microwaves constantly running. Basically a dryer. This actually pulls more than a standard dryer. Constantly running 24/7. You got to have a special outlet to run this much power through it. Okay, you got to have like the one with the weird face, at least in the United States. So this boy is pulling in yearly $10,000 in income, $7,000 a year in profit right now as the hash rate stands. Because as the hash rate goes up, you get less and less of the coin. All right. So you can mine Cedra, Bugna, and Caspa. This guy came out in March. They are around $7,000. So right now, if you mine for 1 year, it would basically break even at the current hash rate and current price of Caspa. Okay. Not too bad, but not that great. This has always been the problem with mining. So, most of the people in the chat here are only gonna be able to afford like maybe 1 or 2 of these things. Cause then you're having to like upgrade the whole electricity for your house, right?
Right.
You want to do passive income. You want to do mining. You want to stack a bag for the bull run. Well, here's where it gets really, really, really interesting. You look down here. Okay, we got $10 a day. We got $13, $14 a day. We're going to come back to this L9 here in a second. But look at this guy.
What's this?
iPolo G1. It came out in December of 2020. This is a 4-year-old miner.
Cockatoo?
Yeah. So here, we're going to get it. It pulls 2,800 watts. You can almost run it on a normal circuit.
Okay.
But 2,800 watts is way, way more manageable. Not that, I mean, it's loud, but it's not as loud as the other guys. I think, it is loud. So it's a loud boy. But we go to this one, the iPolo G1. It looks like your standard miner. Now, it's been profitable the whole year. Now, this was the big June pullback, right? So it mines Grin and Mimblewimble.
Okay.
So that's what it mines. But it's been profitable the entire year. And the hash rate has been going flat. So if you've had this thing for 4 years, you are making bank.
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing is
Okay.
$5,000 a year in revenue and $2,800 a year in profit.
Holy God.
Yes.
What is Mimblewimble?
It's an old, basically like pre-Litecoin fork. Litecoin co-opted some of their, it's like a privacy coin essentially.
Okay.
Some of the Mimblewimble code went into Litecoin, and that making Litecoin way more secure than Bitcoin is right now.
Mhm. I like the name quite a bit. Mimblewimble.
It's from Harry Potter.
Okay.
So, guys, this came out. These things are not that bad. They are well. These are new prices. Basically, if you can get them on eBay for like $3,000, you're in a pretty good position right now. As profitability is so low, but as it comes back up, the hash rate is not offsetting your ability to earn. So,
Okay.
I Polo G1. I love it. I'm a fan. I might get one. Also, look at this guy. Now, okay, before I move on to that, if there's any questions here in the chat, I know I'm kind of going fast right now, but I'm very excited about this information because when there's ways to earn income passively mining, I love it. And $2,800 a year, just having a toaster run in your shed, that's pretty freaking cool.
Well, and people need that right now because they're looking like retail needs DCA money in a bad way. You know,
and this is no KYC, no nothing. It goes to a hardware wallet.
This is very bullish. If you pull this off in this next few months,
completely off the grid, $2,800.
That's what the pain in most chats I see is that there's no buying power. There's no dry powder. I bought in already. I'm already down, yada, yada % and stuff like that.
This just poops out dry powder. It's a pooping powder machine.
Pooping powder machine.
All right. So I'm going to give it a little bit more context until I move on to the next piece of good news. Here's some more bad news. Take my screen, Isaac. Bitcoin.
Oh, God.
Look at this. Nothing.
Nothing.
So this isn't even out yet. If you got an Antminer S21 Pro in June, you're barely making $1 a day. These Bitcoin miners are getting crushed right now. Whenever we're under 60,000 or 62 or 64,000, they're getting obliterated. And this is with power at 12 cents a kilowatt hour. Here in Georgia, it's a little bit better. It's about 10. We'll just go ahead and say 11.
And what is the cost to mine a Bitcoin right now? I thought it was around like $80,000.
No, it's not that high.
How high is it? Do you know?
Well, it depends on the miner that you have.
Yeah.
So right now, the cost, if you have a Canaan Avalon A1566, the cost to mine a Bitcoin is essentially $58,000.
Okay.
Because it's 5 cents a day in the negative.
Yeah.
So all of the new Bitcoin miners, except for the ones that are unreleased, are barely profitable. If you have anything from even a year ago, you are getting absolutely obliterated. And this is look at the 1 year profitability on this thing. You can see it at, what was this? This is the halving. Okay. So you got nuked. Okay.
Dude.
And this is pulling 5,500 watts.
So what's the deal with Marathon? Is it because Marathon, they're still mining. They moved into Caspa mining too.
They did. Yeah, you want to know why?
Why?
Because they had to offset the Bitcoin mining losses.
Oh my God.
You can't just be a Bitcoin only operation. Now I know CleanSpark is, but I would not be surprised if we see CleanSpark pick up Alephium, Caspa, or my next one, which is the one I'm most excited about. Probably the most shockingly profitable miner, Dogecoin.
Oh my God. What?
Look at this, guys.
We've gone full circle here.
Look at this. This is a Antminer L7 it came out 2 years ago, January 2022. Over 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It is $3.86 a day, $3.86 a day profitable. And it has been profitable
Dude, should I
the
start
entire time.
Do I start mining Dogecoin, bro?
But this can switch. The beautiful thing is it runs script. So it can switch between Litecoin, Doge, Bells, even the original Pepe coin.
The OG one with the big eyes.
Digibyte and Verge. All of these, and there are pools that will auto switch the profitability on these script miners.
Now,
so you're in profitability no matter what. This one specifically, is $1,300 a year in profitability.
Would you be keeping Doge right now, or would you be switching? Because if I'm in this situation and I'm mining and I can earn Doge, I feel like Doge is still got some legs. This market, it's like
for sure.
It's this unkillable
So does Litecoin.
dog. Yeah, same with Litecoin.
But here's why I'm also bullish on Doge and Litecoin. If we look at the hash rate, and this is for most of this year, flat. So Bitcoin, it's just going up and to the right.
It's got a lot of competition there.
Just sliding up there, okay? But Dogecoin and Litecoin are pretty much flat. So that means that as the price increases, you're not seeing a whole bunch of people jump on the network and take away your revenue.
Mm-hmm.
It's just flat. So these boys, these hot dogs, they're just going to be profitable and getting the same amount of revenue, and your profit will go up as the Dogecoin price goes up. So we're talking about like a 3x on this profitability right here.
Wow.
Or a 10x, depending on what Doge does. Whatever Doge does, this is going to go up in profitability.
Bro, I think it's going to hit a buck.
I think a buck is in play. Yeah, for sure. What is it now? 15 cents?
Oh, it's like 10 cents or something.
Let me pull up 2-bit real quick.
Yeah, let's see where Doge is at.
Guys, I'm excited about this because these miners, these L7 miners, they're pretty darn good. They're made by Bitmain. They are a cartel. Doge is at 10 cents, guys.
Yeah,
9 cents.
Yes.
Even if it hits its previous all-time high, you've just 7x'd your Dogecoin mining profits. All off the grid, all decentralized, like a G. Okay? Not one of these crypto influencers that can't even run a node. You're actually doing the damn thing. All right?
Oh my God. Are you talking about Mason? Didn't Mason shut down his Casper node or something like that? He was complaining about profits.
He's been an idiot for a long, long time. So here's the Antminer L7. You can pick these up for about this one, $3,700. So as soon as Dogecoin gets back to like its support of 25 cents, you're like well in the green.
Yeah,
you're well in the green.
Well, just with, like, imagine if Trump takes office and gives Elon any sort of connection towards government efficiency.
Yeah.
Department of Government Efficiency, Doge.
Yeah.
The name. He's
I love it.
Like creative department, Doge. Yep. Do we have a Department of Government Efficiency right now?
No. Well, we have the BOE.
But what if he creates the BOGE?
No, it's the
DOGE.
It's the Doge. It's the Doge.
That would moon.
Bro. It would moon Doge. Here's the Antminer L9. It's been profitable like a mofo. $5,000 a year in profitability for this L9. This thing is a G. It auto switches. I think you can go on prohashing.com. They're a pool that auto switches. These run about $6,500. So this is great. This is a great miner to get into. 3,300 watts. Anyways, guys, I'm super excited about this kind of stuff. I'm transitioning my mining to be more ASIC centric. Although there is a conversation we need to have with Flux because they allow you to rent your GPUs to train AI. And you get paid to train AI with your GPUs. We're going to get more into that. But this is passive income, guys. This is off the grid. I love it. Here's the iPolo G1 Mini. Doesn't get that much in profitability, but you're able to stack, and it's extremely low power. This just runs off a regular 120 watts. See that?
Tommy Marin's got a good question. What's the total cost to set up? Like, is there how many costs above and beyond just the mining system are there?
Yeah, it depends on what the power situation's like at your house. If you don't have to install a new circuit, then it's just you plug in and then you put in your power rate on this is ASIC miner value. You put in how much your power is per kilowatt hour. Here it tells you what the electricity costs you a year. So for this little dude is $126. For the Antminer, it's per month. Per month, it's $290. And
what up, Kelly?
Yeah, well, so that's what you're going to be paying out of pocket. So you're going to sell part of your income and then be out on top $410 a month with the L9. Now, if you have to run a bigger circuit, for me in Georgia when I did that, it was about $600.
Okay.
So, and that I ran an extra 25 amp, 20 amp circuit at 220 volt, so I could basically double the wattage. So I have like 5,000 watts that I can put on this one circuit.
And are you running it all the way through the summer heat? Like, is the summer heat effect how much?
Yes and no. There's actually been a breakthrough in cooling.
Okay.
Which is actually like a 500-year-old technology.
What is it?
Everyone kind of figured out what people in the southeast and southwest have known for a long
Give us
time.
the sauce.
It is a swamp cooler.
Swamp coolers.
So the people are just putting in these swamp coolers in their
Nice.
in their mining setup. It's essentially just a radiator that has water running over the back of it and then a fan in front.
Yeah.
So it's sucking in the cooled, humid air and blowing it across the ASICs. So you get this $100 evap cooler, and then you're able to run in the summer. If I would have had this last year, I would have been way more profitable with my lithium take home.
Really?
But I probably would have been able to mine another 200 of lithium.
Well, I mean, if it's stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. You know.
Yeah. This is
swamp
tried
coolers-
and true ancient Roman technology. It's literally been around for 1,000 years. I used to have one of these little dudes in my office, but these little stand-up guys, $100, $115. So I would say all in for your infrastructure, Marin or whatever his name was,
Tommy Marin. Yeah.
Tommy Marin. I'd say if you got to run a new line, you get a little evap cooler, and then some extra networking cables and stuff. I'd say $1,000 on top of that. So, but that will last. You can expand, so you can get more L9s and get $10,000 in profitability off of that $1,000 infrastructure investment.
Nice.
Hope this makes sense. So,
Well, I mean, this is some deep info. Like when you're on the outside looking into mining, like
Yeah.
I am, you know, like this
Yeah.
is good stuff to know. And
It
I
is.
feel like getting Doge or Litecoin is what I'm most interested in after what I just listened to you
Yep.
talk about.
Yep.
I really feel stronger about Doge's price action though.
Yep.
You know, Elon
love
is.
it.
What if he gets that spot, bro?
I
Like,
know. And
and-
if he puts Dogecoin as a payments thing on X,
Yes. They did.
they did. Yeah.
They did.
So there we go. I also like this little dude here, the X4 brick. This runs ET hash, which you can mine Octaspace on, which Octaspace. This is a very, very low, like $31 a year in electricity, but you're able to passively stack crypto
Mhm.
on the side. So you can do it with Ethereum Classic, Zilliqa, all these other ones, or whatever runs on ET hash. So there's your passive income stuff for today's show, brought to you by 2Bit and Arculus. I appreciate all you guys. Yes.
Oh, I gotta turn his mic on, Isaac.
Check.
There you go.
I've been missing the basement. I've been so busy doing stuff
Turn
over
down.
at BitLab. But Nick, the dictatorship's full order.
Yeah.
And I got to come, you know, none of us know everything. This is why I love this. We get to learn from each other. So, question, somebody
Yeah.
like, I go and buy one of these things today. How quick
Yeah.
am I priced out in terms of how quick does the technology roll over? Or do you just move to another chain that you find profitability on?
I'm glad you asked that. We kind of covered that before you got in. The
Well,
miners
start
that
the show over.
Yeah. I kind of so the miners that I highlighted are not Bitcoin miners because Bitcoin mining is so competitive. The hash rate is always going up. With these Litecoin and Dogecoin miners, it's flat.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of
Green
network,
pastures.
not
baby.
a lot of
Holy
network competition, and they're
malarkey.
profitable right now as we are down in this dumpster.
Yep.
So there's one miner that was $5,000 a year profitable at current prices, and the hash rate is flat. So it's only going to go up. It's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. I want to get one. The Caspa miner that Hid Network bought was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
That's like tripled its initial investment.
Yeah. And
was-
I
yeah.
think now that the hash rate's up there, though, I mean, Caspa's hash rate's exploded too.
It is.
So
It has. It really has.
I think it's gone down. But you were highlighting it, you know, when it was like it was like a fraction of a cent. You know what I mean? I wonder
Yeah.
what did Wicked Kid say?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know
know.
what, Nick? You putting Caspa on my radar.
Yeah.
A year before anybody else I knew in the crypto space even talked about it.
Yeah.
You're out there mining it and stuff. I'm like, what's
Well, it
this
was a
Caspa?
GP
And then all of a sudden it's just like, just defying all trends.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm on my own trend.
Yeah. It was, I didn't mine it, and I'm really bummed out about it because it was GPU mineable for the longest time. Son of a tech, he mined Caspa on his GPUs for probably a year. So he's probably made six figures. He probably made $250,000 off of his Caspa mining. So congratulations to him. I mined a lithium instead, but it is what it is. Wicked Kid had some questions, but then deleted them, so I won't saw.
No, unhide those, Isaac.
Punjab says, why not just buy the Litecoin? Take all that money and just buy Litecoin instead of the miner. Yeah, but that's kind of going against the crypto ethos. You want to help aid in decentralization. Plus, there's no better way to understand blockchain and crypto than actually getting involved in mining. Like, it's pretty freaking great. Also, you're able to get all those gains off the grid.
Oh, here's
Okay.
a message from so rare I get to catch you guys live. From Reggie, I watched every episode since starting watching you in 2022.
Wow.
That's awesome. What happened to the old dude yesterday?
think
What
he's-
did happen to the old dude yesterday?
Wait, the old dude that came in here?
Yeah.
Oh, so I talked with him. It was actually very impressive. I mean, he if you walk by him in Walmart, this is how democratized crypto is becoming. If I walk by him in Walmart, I would have thought if I said Bitcoin, he would have said something like Bitcoin's the devil. And I started talking to him. He had like $3.5 million in crypto.
Holy hell.
Unfortunately, he had it in a couple places, but he had about $3.5 million specifically on an exchange I've never heard of, and unfortunately, I do think it was a scam.
Oh no.
Or at least it was charading as something that was kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Above board. But
Okay.
then when you try to pull money off, they were like, they charged, it's supposed to be in Canada. They were charging him like capital gains. He's like, okay, I thought that was going to be when I got it, but he paid it. And then they wanted to charge him. He spent like probably $200,000 in fees to verify himself. I'm like, bro. And then he said that he had to wire the money. I said, well, let me tell you, I appreciate that you've been around. You've come from traditional markets and legacy. Wiring might have been a thing. I have never will wire my money for any type of transaction in crypto. If you're doing that, that's a scam wholeheartedly. But he's in touch with the Secret Service. They're working on it. He was in very good
Secret
spirits.
Service?
Yeah, because they handle wire fraud and
Oh
finance
my
tracking.
God, that's
They do.
right.
Yeah, they do counterfeiting too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Weird.
yeah,
Hopefully it's not
he
the DEI
just
hire.
in Bitcoin, he had 39.96 Bitcoin on there, and he just can't get it. It was called gold. We'll shout it out here. Don't do any business. Where's the camera? Don't do any business with goldze.com.
Yikes.
That sounds super
Awful.
sketchy to begin with.
Yeah.
Like Gold
Awful.
ZE.
That's
Wicked Kid's got a question for you, Nick. Here.
Wicked Kid, can I rank them 1 to 5?
Yeah.
Yes. I would say I'm going to rank them 1 to 5. You saw what the profitability was, so I don't have to, you can do your own math on that. I'm saying ease of use. This little dude, the G1 Mini, this little guy, the Mini Doge. Now he's not profitable right now, but he's mining Doge. So you saw what's going to happen with that.
Yeah.
I have the Shia coin version of this and I love it. It's rock solid. And then this little dude, I would say, so he's in 3rd place. And then if you can get a G1, go for it.
Look at this.
Elevator Man with another 10 Membies.
Unbelievable.
Incredible stuff. He's my sugar daddy. I don't know what I did to deserve your grace, but thank you so much. Shout out to everyone watching on X right now. Appreciate you guys. Repost the space. Hit the like button. And on Rumby, Membies on Rumby. We love Rumble. You guys are actual psychopaths down there. But there's your passive income primer. Let's look at the charts.
Hey, we also need to be working with Piano Matty B on making Rumble exclusive content.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna make Rumble exclusive content with Piano Matty B. I decided this morning. So
He decided it. It's been decided.
it shall be done. Bitcoin kind of sucks this morning. What are we at? 58.9, 59. God.
Dude, this price, just for all of you that might be frustrated, the so-called experts, which none of us are, we're just in this market for a long time and we talk a lot on stream, we're just as frustrated as you are. I mean, I'm on the one hand super frustrated, and then on my more mature side, I'm so excited because I have some money I'm putting in the market next week. So I'm thrilled that the price is down. So if we could just remember, this means it's still opportunity zone. I'm tired. It's almost 7 months now, oscillating around the $60,000 mark.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Well, like I know where the pain's coming from. It's from people did not take profits when they 3 and 5x. That's what happened here. We did have we were spoiled. March of this year, absolutely spoiled. The altcoin sector and AI just pumped like crazy. Everyone thought this is this new paradigm. There you go, Nick. Get yourself another one.
This episode brought to you by Pabst Blue
Pabst
Ribbon,
Blue
number
Ribbon.
one beer,
What are you guys talking about?
1871.
Nothing. We're not talking about anything. So basically, the baseline rule that I operate off of,
Yeah.
take the money off the table when I've got it. When I've got the 3x, I take it off. 5x, take it off. I never take everything off. I leave the moon bag. And now I'm not sitting in this situation of pain, and I operate off of time scales. I've been saying that we're spoiled since March. We should not have accomplished all-time highs in dollar terms quicker than the Bitcoin halving. And now we have a lot of people that I have some bags that I didn't sell off. Like the ones I took major profits out of were AVAX, ICP, Celestia token, Render.
And you did a beautiful trip on that because you got in at the beautiful time on AVAX.
Yeah.
It was $10?
Yes, $10.
You wrote it up, nice pumpage. You said you had the balls to take it off the table. That's the hardest thing to do in this market.
And
is
again,
take
I felt like I was an idiot, but it was like, this is too good not to do. You know, like we're not even to November. And I'm operating still off of the 4-year cycle and the halving schedule. Like, I just got to remain stoic about it and based, and it worked out. Sure, I understand everyone's got a bunch of pain out there, but we aren't to November yet. And I think we're going to continue to get slapped around until November comes around.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that as a blessing. I have more time to stack crypto.
Well, here's what the markets look like right now. Ass.
Here's
the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. We're doing this little doodaloo. This is just to be patient. You set a short, you set a long, and you just be patient and don't do an aggressive like take profit. You know, just scalp trade, just get in, get out if you're going to do it at all.
Can you pull something up for me?
Maybe.
I saw it 10 minutes ago. I already built a short on it. We don't need to watch the short, but you know Marty Party?
Yeah.
Pull up Marty Party. He has, I think it's like a 30-second clip of the price of Bitcoin and the cost of life. Inflation's got you down. Don't be worried. Bitcoin's here for you because everything priced against Bitcoin has gone down, meaning you need less Bitcoin to buy it, meaning life becomes more affordable the longer you hold Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if it's Apple, Spot. You'll see. Yeah, just play that through. Yeah, mute it so you don't get a copyright strike. Gold. Look, even gold. Gold. Peter Schiff's gold goes down. Real estate. You can buy more real estate with less Bitcoins. The SPY index. Dow Jones index, Apple, doesn't matter what it is. And we're just frustrated here on a multi-month period when a lot of these assets have been trading, beyond our entire lifetimes. And it's like, this is eating everything for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Tesla. Wow. That's a good one. That's a good little grab right there. Okay, let's keep on looking at the markets here. Brought to you by 2Bit. Link in the description. Sign up for 2Bit. It's a really good way to trade. You can trade Flux, you can trade Toncoin, you can trade Bitcoin.
When someone asked why use this, it's like the first and foremost thing I like is the ease of putting in limit orders. Because I like to set lines on the graph and wait for the price to pull back to that level and not have to sit there waiting for it to happen and be up in the middle of the night to catch it. So setting limit orders is very easy on it. And it does have all the indicators. You just have to go to the trading view section up there.
We got it right here.
And then you can add all your indicators. It's great. You can get your leverage moves in. I can. And really, I like an organization that respects my privacy.
Yep.
So, that's why I'm happy to be partnered with them.
There we go. So, guys, we're looking at this. We're still on that descending bullhorn with Bitcoin. Just buckle up, Buttercup. Okay. It's not going to get any better for a while. Actually, we are going to talk about why that is the case here with, I love Immortal. He's so great. Maybe this is the low. Oh, sorry. Let's see here. Sorry, I forgot to do my prep work. Oh my God.
What prep work? There's no prep work.
Maybe the low of this consolidation is already in. Now, he's got these charts, which are annoying because it's white on black. And it needs to be in dark mode, and they're very, very small. But we wicked down to that. When was this? Back in
August 5th.
Yeah,
it was August 5th.
Oh, that was the yen carry trade.
The
chaos.
yen, yeah. So that's like kind of like a weird gray swan-ish kind of thing. And now we're back into this descending megaphone until November. Mm-hmm. Some people are saying Pumptember. I'm saying that is an absolute farce.
You think so?
September has almost always been red for Bitcoin.
Yeah. Well,
almost, but 2020, I think it was bullish, and that was an election year.
That's why, and we had the same economic.
But we had fake money.
Chaos.
We had stimmy checks. I don't buy it.
Do we not have fake money now?
We don't have
But
stimmy
we
checks.
had it like pumping, like it was.
We don't
like,
have stimmy checks.
It was like
That's
a
the
dam broke with printing back then.
Yeah.
So Immortal, he's a great account to follow. I'm liking it. I'm liking this. I mean, this is the way Drew's been calling it the whole time, November, and that's where we are. That's basically as the end of this channel here at the end of October, beginning of November.
Yeah.
That's where we're thinking we're going to shoot up. And then Ben Cowan says this is 2019 all over again.
But dude, it's so jacked up what I think is going to happen in November. I think that if we do have a selection process, the orange one's going to get in. So civilly, we're going to have unrest. We're going to have major problems in city centers, but the markets are going to cook just the same that they did in the summer of love.
Yep.
It made no sense when it was happening in 2020. It happened regardless. Everyone is told to put your money in savings and hold on, you guys. This is going to be a horrible cataclysm. And then they just print their way out of it, watch the cities burn, the cops sit back and watch it happen.
Geez.
Jackass contractors like myself just making money hand over fist, defending city center locations, and being auxiliary for the police because their hands are tied behind their back, so they had to pull in private citizens to do
Drew,
it.
you're way ahead of me, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
I know. Air Raymond says, what hot wallet should I use as a beginner? Start on Coinbase, take my assets off Coinbase, and learn how to leverage trade onto another exchange. I may get some flack for this. I would use Phantom Wallet.
Yeah?
If you're pulling off Ethereum or Solana, I would just go ahead and use, or actually it supports Bitcoin now. I would just go ahead and use Phantom Wallet. So
Okay.
There, I said it.
I like Phantom Wallet.
I
use
like
Phantom
Trust Wallet more than MetaMask. Trust Wallet is like in the Binance conglomerate.
I like Trust Wallet because, I have Coinbase Wallet primarily, and Trust Wallet and Arculus are the three.
Yeah.
But for hot wallets, Coinbase Wallet and
The Trust Wallet.
the
hot
Trust Wallet. But Trust Wallet Hot Wallet is great because it supports Tron, which
everything.
which Coinbase Wallet doesn't. You can't even do I got a payment the other day in USDT TRC20. I had to go through this whole rigmarole because it was sent.
It sucks.
Yeah, but it also does all the BNB, does all the it's Binance Smart Chain, all the things.
Yeah. It's probably the most comprehensive out of all of them, but Phantom is the easiest to use. But Trust is still very easy to use. Let's go ahead and run that mid-roll. We'll get into some macro stuff.
The Blockchain Basement is powered by Arculus. This is the world's leading crypto cold storage where you can easily secure, buy, swap, send, and receive all your crypto with a simple tap using 3-factor authentication to make sure to keep your assets safer than ever. Make sure to support the channel. Use code BASE10 and click the link down in the description to get your hands on your security today.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Guys, go ahead and hit that like button. Repost the space if you're on X. How many likes do we have now, Isaac?
Not enough. Not
69.
enough.
Guys, we need 100 likes. We need 100 likes. Let's move on here. Scott Milker. Nope, it just went away. Scott Milker. Is it fall yet? It's been 5.5 months since this tweet. Almost there. This was his tweet. I have some concerns. Fundamentally, with the ETF interest and the cycle ramping up, I want to believe that we go much, much higher. However, most of the top signals I would normally look for when I'm not FOMOing are present. Meme coins going insane, huge run on alts to historically overbought bearish divergences showing across the board on high time frames and max greed. I would not be at all surprised to see this market cool off massively for a few months before hopefully ramping up again in the fall. Not making a prediction, just observing that we are at one of those phases where nobody is paying attention to any historic top signals. This was in March 18th.
And what was it? March 13th was the top. Everybody
Yes,
wanted to
bro.
go higher.
Let's go back to 2-bit.
Honestly, this makes me erect. I like
Wow.
seeing people that are
Guys,
smart.
Scott Milker has. Why do I have to log in again?
Dude,
Oh yeah.
you're fully bricked up. Scott
I'm bricked
Milker.
up. I mean, this is the time frame
Oh,
you see
man.
people like, we're not gonna make it, you guys. I'm sorry. And smart people. I'm talking smart people in the markets. I remember this the last cycle. It was like October, August of 2020, and a lot of really great, smart Bitcoin accounts were saying, "Sorry, guys, I thought we were gonna make it. Looks like we're not gonna make it." And a lot of tapping out happens in this time frame. It's like the fall. They're coming up on Thanksgiving. They want to have something awesome to tell their family that,
Yep.
yeah, I'm so correct. And they haven't made it yet. and it shakes a lot of people off the boat. And that's exactly what BlackRock and all these others are doing to us right now. They control everything. The media, they get you super excited with all these CNBC conversations about Bitcoin's the new paradigm. They're going to go straight up into the right, and then you see the price going straight down into the, right. They get you in a complete state of doubting yourself and selling your bags straight to them and warning you about the recession 2025. They're going to cook the books all the way through 2025 and then let it fall apart after Trump's in place. They hate him. They realize that they lost control of him, and a uniparty is going to rise in 2030. So, well, actually 2028. I think a uniparty is going to start in 2028.
Well, I kind of frame it like this. I mean, I agree with all of that. And I think that if you've been holding right now it's just endurance. You're under your price point. If you're considering selling, just ask yourself, do you feel like it's a good proposition for you to donate to another rich person's third boat or seventh vacation home? Or do you want to get out of your god-darn trailer and move into a first home for the first time? Let's hold on to those bags, figure out where you can stack in. We're going to get there.
Yeah,
that's like Chris Farley, or like in reverse, though.
Yeah, man down by the river. He
Man down by.
He basically did call the top. So March 11th, 13th, that was the peak go top of this little pump up. But again, Ben Cowan saying, hey, this is the 2019 bull run all over again, and we didn't really pump until the end of 2020.
Yeah, Ben Cowan, he's talking about Bitcoin dominance reaching levels of around 60%. Is he talking about?
I don't know if that's even possible.
I think that we'll get, we're at like 57% right now. Like, check out one of the trading view tabs is the Bitcoin dominance one.
Yeah, if Bitcoin loses,
is it an indicator?
If Bitcoin loses about 52.2, it's more likely than not going to drop down to retest 49 or even go a bit further down to about 47. And if that's if that happens, the altcoins are going to see a significant pullback.
Yes. And we are
at 57.
ETFs. I mean, this is giving Bitcoin the extra juice to hit 60%, you guys. Like, there will be more beatings. I'm just warning everyone right now. There will absolutely be more beatings in the altcoin market. And they will continue until morale improves, which will be November when an orange one returns, or we realize that the election process is completely captured and people actually rise up and start standing up for themselves. We have either option available, and both options are bullish for me. Honestly, why don't they just let them arbitrage this? Let everyone wake up to how captured this system is and take it back. Let's light this candle. Like, I am tired of playing patty cake and being in this middle gray zone where there's this hope that these monsters behind the wheel will stop controlling us. There's this cognitive dissonance even with smart people. They're like, there's still a chance for us to communicate our way out of this, to vote our way out of this. And if they push this to the extreme and they do capture this one and put a hyena with no actual public backing behind the chair, then everybody's going to know, and it's game on from there. So
it's game on. It is game on. Speaking of game on, we've got a video coming out this weekend.
We
Saturday
do.
night.
We do.
About Flux.
I love Flux, bro.
We like Flux. We flux with Flux.
Why? Give me your elevator pitch on Flux. Why do you like it?
Flux is actually aiming to do something useful for AI in a very tangible way. They seem like a very focused project. And I can't give out too many details about the name of the system that they're about to roll out, but they are rolling out something that will, in live time, be able to aggregate AI data, understand if it's real or not, and then spit out the answer to the user in real time.
It essentially gives you a probability of, is this piece of media I'm looking at AI generated or not?
And we need that. I mean, it's a little late for the election.
Well, hey, I'm making a pretty decent allocation into just general DCA into the market. Next week, and maybe maybe you guys put me on.
Dude, I'm buying it right now.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I love working with our partner 2Bit. It's one of the few access points to this project. And it's another one that no one really understands why I'm so bullish on it yet. I'm telling you guys, I've met with them and I know exactly where they're aiming for. They have a very concise focus. and they're leaning into a narrative that will be arguably one of the hottest narratives for this bull market.
Dude, will you pull up Flux? Let's look at it.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
What's going on?
The coin doesn't really tell the whole story because there's so much going on in the background with Flux. Like they very much are like one of the, this is the all, here's the 1 year. So it had a nice little bit of a run up. Market cap.
So you're saying they're building like crazy.
They're
and the
building
price,
like crazy.
The price is where it has been like long time ago. So we're basically getting ground floor deal on something that is likely going to see some incredible developments come in.
This is their, I mean, look at, this is their website, runonflux.io, rent affordable GPU power now. They know their market, build on Web3 today. This is a S tier project run by cypherpunks that don't give a fuck about anything other than disrupting the status quo. I like Daniel Keller. He's a G. He's bought me a couple beers down in Nashville. He's been on the show a couple times.
That's where I told George I wanted in the ring with that piece of garbage.
Yeah.
I don't think George is ever going to let me in the ring, honestly,
He will.
bro.
Is George a pussy?
I mean, he didn't seem like
George, just respond to Drew. Like
Just-
Drew wants to fight some people. He's gonna put on a good fight. People are gonna watch. Like,
I mean, I
just
have one
respond to
guy
Drew.
in mind particularly, but he won't respond to me on X. And he actually blocked me.
He did.
So,
yeah.
Ben blocked me.
Who's your new target?
I don't know.
Do you
I
want to
feel
name
like
names?
I feel like Mason might be a fun one.
Oh, you didn't let me draw it out and get the chat involved.
I don't know. I mean, I think he's taller than me, so it won't look like assault. You know, so that'd be fun.
Yeah. I actually just learned some. Well, I got to move on. Okay. Here's why again, I just want to be like very clear. We're not sponsored by Flux. They're just like a friend. We like this. We like this project. We're sponsored by 2Bit and Arculus.
And we're partnering with Polkadot too.
Yeah. I can't even do the right hand signals. Flux Edge. Man, why is this stuff so small?
Where's Green Day Profits comment up there, Isaac? What do we got?
I'm number 1 in draft pick for the Basement League, Basement Fantasy Football
You
League.
prick. You
Hey,
know?
look, I was last pick in the Fantasy Blitz draft last night. So
Well, I don't watch sports ball.
Oh, you're
Sports
in the
ball.
league?
I'm in the Basement League, and then I'm in the Fantasy Blitz League.
The one with Green Day Profits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in that too.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Dude,
Good for you.
when are we drafting?
I'm so sick. Of
Next
this.
week. All right, so you can mine on Flux. You can do parallel assets, which they have Bitcoin, a whole bunch of other parallel assets. So you can mine on Flux and get paid out in these assets. You can run a node. They have cloud infrastructure. They've got dApps. There's so much shit going on Flux.
Look, Drew versus Rand, bro. That's
Drew.
fucked up, man.
Gee whiz. Yeah, that would be awful. As far as the coin price goes, it's up 64% for the year, even with this gigantic pullback. So, I mean, it's hard to mine Flux. I'm not going to lie, with a GPU. It's pretty friggin' hard to mine it. Yeah, Flip a Frank digging the RB. Guys, it is the Italian Grand Prix at Monza this weekend. We just had practice this morning. Really good stuff. If you, I could geek out about Formula One in my own show, but yeah, repping.
We're gonna try to get
RB,
there.
Repping RB.
We gotta get there, bro.
Yeah, we may be able to go to the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas here in a little bit, but we'll see.
That's
I know you're working
literally-
on that.
That's
I'm working on
literally, you can hear that track from my sister's backyard.
I love that. That's a beautiful, beautiful track. So I love AlphaTauri, aka RB. I also love McLaren. So there you go. Anyways, moving on. Let's get to the macro stuff, guys. Hit that like button. We're going to move on to the crazy stuff now. Earlier in the show, I told you how to make passive income. Then we talked about what the hell is going on with Bitcoin. And now we're going to be talking about the macro stuff. This is the part of the show where we get demonetized, but we appreciate you all day long. This is great. Breaking. The mayor of Aurora just confirmed that Venezuelan illegal migrant gangsters have indeed taken over several apartment complexes and have pushed out property managers to extort rents from tenants directly. That's illegal.
No.
Extortion is illegal.
Bro, they just came here for a better life, bro.
But the guy straight up blamed the Kamala Harris Biden regime and said they were involved in importing illegals into his city. Somebody put them here. Well, sorry, bro. You said you were a sanctuary city, so you gotta you gotta deal with what you made. Green Day Profits with 5 members. Thank you so much, guys. Here's the thing: if we get to 400 OG memberships, we get to actually pay ASIC
No.
some money.
Really?
And once we get to 1,000 memberships,
It's one
then we
cheeseburger a
get to
month.
pay me some money.
Dude. That's very bullish.
It's incredibly
very
bullish.
bullish.
Yeah.
I like
could,
this.
I could make upwards of $100 a week. Anyways, let's hear from this mayor, this beleaguered blue state mayor. Like, how did this happen as he punched himself in his own dick?
So there are several buildings actually under the same ownership, out-of-state ownership, that have fallen to these Venezuelan gangs. I'm trying to walk it back and do the investigation as to how there's a concentration of Venezuelans in these three buildings. Somebody put them there, and somebody funded it. Whether it's federal government or not, we're trying to find out who. These gangs apparently are attracted to where there's a concentration of Venezuelan migrants, and so they've in fact have kind of pushed out the property management through intimidation and then collected the rents. We have now, or have had, it is ongoing operations with a task force of local law enforcement, state law enforcement partners, and federal law enforcement partners to root them out. And arrests have been made, but these operations are still ongoing.
With the arrests that have been made, are these confirmed gang-affiliated members?
You know, this is an organized criminal effort. Whether it's Tren de Aragua, that remains to be seen. But it really doesn't matter. I mean, if they're Venezuelan migrants and they're conducting crime in an organized manner, they're a problem.
So so you're able to confirm that they.
This is amazing. You love to see it. You love to see.
I hate to see this.
No. This is you get what you freaking deserve.
Well, it's why I left. You know, it's why I left. And the thing is, the task force, they're focused on getting in touch with the community and hearing the community's concerns. They're not out there actually fixing the problem and arresting these people and deporting them en masse, which is what actually needs to happen. Instead, they want to have a little meeting, a little PTA type meeting. Hear the concerns about how mothers can't even bring their kids to the park anymore without worry of being shot for no reason. And now those gangs have given themselves the green light to target and take out police officers in Aurora. And you know what? I know the insides of Aurora's police department hiring process, and they were hiring DEI officers.
Of course they were.
Yes, they were.
Now they've got Tren de Araguas.
Yep.
Now they have essentially castles, fiefdoms in Aurora, Colorado, to which they can retreat to.
Yes.
Because if they go out and do the crimes and make a little bit of peaceful protest, as it were, they do some of that, and then they can retreat to their enclaves, to their castle, because the Popo 5-0 won't go after them because you're essentially going into a meat grinder.
Yes.
So
well,
we've
they
got
wouldn't even hire people like me, man. They would not.
Yeah.
They were hiring roly-poly lesbians that drove Subarus that are just slow-moving soft targets. They are completely unteethed.
Yes, anatomically, a loaf of bread.
Basically.
Unable to defend themselves from a sweet roll, let alone a villainous gang. Second Amendment fixes this. Second Amendment doesn't do shit if people don't stand up and use it.
And they don't in Colorado, bro. Like, I was a black sheep in Colorado for exercising my First Amendment or my Second Amendment. Yeah. And, I was actually trying to get into the department. I was turned down because they had specific hiring goals. They had to meet specific hiring requirements for how many other types of people out, not me, not the type of people that fit my demographic. They wanted the others, right? And I'm not talking about black. They have turned down big black dudes too. They don't want big men.
Well, being a straight black dude is just as bad as being a straight white
100%, man. And they don't
especially
want
if you're
that.
Conservative black. There's nothing liberals despise more than a conservative black father.
Absolutely, bro.
Okay, like, you want to know why on the traditional media and in Hollywood and TV you see like you never see a straight black male father. There could be gay black fathers all day long, but like straight black fathers, very hard to come by.
Yeah.
They'll feminize them at any step of the way. That's all part of the psyop. PS. Like it's not on accident. Like, whoa, wow, how did this character become a gay black man? Well, it's because they don't want a straight black man.
Yeah, and this is just a little heads up. If you are in a city that has similar policies and leadership like Denver,
get out.
Stay tuned because this is coming to you as well. It's actually already there, and now they see that it's worked. Their little plan of takeover of these large apartment complexes and the lack of response from the community and the law enforcement being already spread thin. They see the weakness, and they're about to activate in other cities that are just like Denver, Colorado.
When you are dealing with people who come from a completely different society based on projection of power, which is all of Central America, all of that machismo, Latino culture, all of it is projection of power. Okay. I'm watching a lot of Sopranos, so I'm very tuned into this right now. Okay. You have to project power back. And the feckless, low T cucks that run the government of Colorado are going to let these high output individuals run roughshod over their population. Real quick side note. When I do my my activism, my gender ideology activism, do you know by far the guys that come up and fist bump me?
What's that?
Straight black dudes.
Hell yeah, man.
I get like every time I go to Midtown and I have my sign that says "No child is born in the wrong body," I will get at least 5 fist bumps from these absolutely jacked Gen X and millennial black dudes. You're like, right on, brother.
Hell yeah,
right
man.
on, brother. Leave the kids alone. I'm like, yes. Like, what is wrong with the white guys that you can't like come up and pound the fist, guys?
They self-hate.
Like, leave the kids alone. It's not that difficult. Just like let the kids grow up, and when they're 18, then they kind of do other things. But like in the meantime, do your little fucking weird dances somewhere else, you pervert. Anyways, here's a discussion point.
If you can't get a tattoo because it's irresponsible. And you can make the decision when you're 18
or drive a car.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take your kids from you if you allow your kid to make a decision that's gonna.
Yes, no, that is
Oregon.
Oh my God,
Washington.
bro. Okay, this actually is a real thing. So
it's been a real thing for years. But yes,
I have a ex-family friend who's a psychologist, and I'm not going to dox her, but this woman, this creature, was able to work with the state to take a child away from a family because they were not affirming a gender change. So the child has been stripped from the family. Now with this psychological worker.
Is this Washington State?
No, this is Colorado.
Okay, yeah, Colorado.
This is Colorado. And this same person, I'm telling ex-family member, because if I see this person, she's going to get an earful from me. She says, to my wife, she's like, thank you so much for this dress that you made me. And here's a picture of my daughter's dresses. And maybe your daughters would like this dress, or maybe even your son too. I lost my shit. Like I am never going to trust this person ever. And it hurts my heart thinking about that family that lost their kid using this state worker, this state psychological worker to enforce that.
State violence.
Oh my God, bro.
It's coming. If you do not stand up and get engaged, we're going to get on to other stuff here. If you don't stand up and get engaged in this stuff, it's coming too soon to a classroom and city center.
Shout out to
near
CB,
you.
dude. 1, 2, 3. Join an OG status.
Wow. Welcome to the club, my guy. All right. Discussion point. Reno May on X says every gun owner is legally required to have a 22 long.
I completely agree with
this. At $169, it makes no sense to do anything else. The Ruger 1022.
Oh, give me that.
Guys.
This is nice.
Are you aware that there is a upgrade to this weapon?
I've seen many, but what you got in mind?
Let's just say you go on YouTube.
Okay.
And you search for Ruger 1022 tracer rounds. And you will see this gun holds about, I don't know, 5 or 6. You can get high capacity magazines for the Ruger 1022. And because it's semi-auto.
Well,
and there's ways that you can make it very semi-auto.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Like
yeah.
a semi-auto express.
Very
Semi-auto express
semi-auto.
with a rate of fire that rivals.
Yeah, check out
Many
my
other-
my 22
It's a
semi-auto
Ruger with a
express.
switch. Isaac has his hand raised. Yes, sir. I see that hand.
I'm gonna need a more in-depth dive.
Let's
on this
let's
after
do,
the show. How
guys.
about this?
If you want
I,
me to do a deep dive on the Ruger 1022 with a switch,
Oh my lord.
I need to see some plus ones in the chat. I need to see it before I move on.
hit those plus ones.
Okay, speaking of based,
Hey, my last rifle, I had a Ruger 308.
my wife is thinking about getting a Ruger LCP X as her everyday carry, which comes in 380 and I held it in my hand. It is way more comfortable than my CSX.
Really? Well, I
Way
mean, you
more
never
comfortable.
listened to me on my. You just should have gotten a G43. If you want a micro,
No, dude, you know it's actually the best one that I held in my hand.
what?
The Smith & Wesson, the Bodyguard 2. That thing is sick.
I mean, I like Smith.
It's
Okay, I
about
like those.
As thick as my phone.
What? That thin?
It's about as thick as my phone.
See, I don't like that,
The body, no, but it's for an appendix carry down here.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Okay.
It's
okay.
so good. Anyways, here is Giorgia Meloni. She is the prime minister of Italy. She came in saying that she was very based and anti-immigration, and then she kind of folded on immigration.
Mm.
And she let a bunch of undocumented illegal aliens into Italy. They've completely overrun Naples. It's really bad in the south of Italy right now. Venice to a point. But now she's kind of figured out what the situation is. This is her going full Italian.
Per favore! Per favore! Perché rischiamo veramente di diventare il campo profughi d'Europa. Rischiamo veramente di essere lo zimbello del mondo. Ci stanno ridendo in faccia in tutto il mondo. Vi prego. Primo, blocco navale a largo delle coste della Libia. Secondo, le navi delle organizzazioni non governative che violano i confini italiani, sì, vanno affondate. Per favore.
I like
Awesome.
this energy. I like this
First
energy.
of all, there's no better language for arguing than A, Italian, B, Russian.
I like German too. I mean,
German, yeah, that's very aggressive, but just like argumentation. Yes, German is kind of sounds like you're going to war no matter what.
Well, I mean, that's.
But Italian, I mean, she's got the whole hand gesture. She's talking about sinking ships that are full of illegal aliens. If they're coming at Italy, and they're coming from Libya, we're shooting them out of the water. It's bad. It's super bad. Like Sicily is foobar. Anyways, I love this kind of energy. I saw a lot of plus ones in the chat for the 1022 with a switch. So here we go, boys.
Oh my God, we're going in.
Yay!
I will say, like a 22 round is super cheap. Like,
Oh my god!
I love the cost.
You can
ratio.
get 1,000 for like $20.
Yes, man, and so much trigger time. You know, incredible.
No, it's basically this.
Oh God. Oh, welcome to OG
Pepe.
Status, Pepe Le Link. Shout out to you, brother. Let's see. Oh my God! Really?
Yeah. 110
Oh,
round
it's got like a Tommy gun
drum
mag on it.
magazine. It's essentially a Tommy gun that shoots 22 long.
Whoa.
You can get an auto switch, making this extremely capable. This is like a 50 or 40 round magazine. I mean, it's just, and it's really, really accurate. Be advised, if you do this a lot, you're going to wear out the barrel of that gun
Yeah.
extremely fast.
Yeah.
Because it's made to be single shot, kind of plinking, and like it's essentially a varmint rifle. But he's just like you really don't get the effect. And let me do.
We are getting so banned today.
Yeah,
dude.
we are.
Oh my God.
This is a guy with the shooting tracer rounds.
Oh no, bro.
Everybody, we're going to do a proof of life real quick. Are we still live? Are they still pushing the signal? Throw a one,
Here we
roll
are.
call.
Yeah.
If you're here, throw a one. If you are on X, make sure you retweet this out so
Look
we
at the
cannot.
joy in this guy's eyes.
Did this
though.
guy just steal the?
Oh my God.
Yeah, did he steal the land from FPS Russia? Did he buy FPS Russia's land?
Oh my God.
Let's see if we can see the tracer rounds. And the tracers are still dirt cheap. They're like 5 cents a piece instead of 2 cents a piece.
Manawak says, has the sun shot his 22 yet, Drew?
He's taken one shot with it, but you know, I have to be real careful about because he tried to get a hold of it without me there, so I had to lock it under key. And he's 6 right now, so I'm gonna make consistent range days for him when he's 8. Right now, what we're doing is archery.
Oh, that's great.
Archery. We're setting up. I
That's
got an
great.
archery
Like
spot
a
for him.
compound bow or just a.
No, just a regular, you know, old school, you know, bow. But
That's good.
they
Good
can't
start.
pull my compound bow back yet, so they
Okay.
really want to. But
Here we go. So let's finish up. We're way over time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us today on this Freaky Friday. I did watch half of the Kamala Harris interview. This is a great sum up by Charlie Kirk. Kamala Harris has high grade anxiety. She's a nervous wreck. She's not ready for prime time. She's on more drugs than Biden. She looks like she kind of hates being there.
don't interview me.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like it was, I mean, she did the thing where she talked in circles, but man, her voice is very grating.
I hope that she keeps talking. The
Yeah.
more she talks, the better.
Well,
I
you know
mean,
who doesn't hope that? The New York Times. Now, I can't get in right now, but they didn't like it.
Really?
The New York Times was not feeling it. And I know why, because she kind of talked in circles and she was leaning in and then like really nasal.
Well, she learned from the best. Uncle Joe, that's what he did.
Yeah.
Well, you know what upsets me about it is the fact that she is a female presidential candidate, and not that she's a female, but the fact that for all the women that I know in my life, and for the women of America,
Yeah.
this is what they're putting up.
Yeah.
And that she can't even go up and do an interview by herself. She has to have a man by her
A
side.
white man.
Like,
Even worse.
Go and
disgusting.
Go and be a powerful woman. I support every powerful woman out there.
I don't.
But I mean,
Only the based ones.
yeah, but I'm saying like bring up, like we need to, on both sides, I support people that can actually stand up for what it is
Yeah.
that they're in the position for. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing here?
My God.
Anyways, it didn't go well. We'll have a further in-depth breakdown on this, but I'm going to leave us with this video to play us out. And then after we do this, you can just go end the stream, Isaac. But before we go, I appreciate
This
all
is
you guys.
so good.
Hit the like button on your way out. It is free. Comment on this video. If you're watching afterwards, comment on this video. It really helps us punch through the YouTube algorithm and get us above the shadow ban that we're currently dealing with. We've got a video coming out Saturday night about Flux. We've got a Black Site members only stream coming out at 8:30 on Sunday night. Next week is going to be lit. It's going to be great.
It's a holiday weekend too. Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Everybody get out there and
Are we
cook
doing a
some
show
ribs
on Monday?
or-
No show Monday.
No show on Monday.
No show Monday.
on Monday. But Kelly, thanks for coming to hang out. Guys, if you're not already, subscribe to the Bit Lab. This came out from the RFK campaign. Is independence right for you? Consult your doctor.
Are you or your loved ones suffering from illnesses such as TDS, also known as Trump derangement syndrome? Do you dismiss or deny the current issues facing our country, such as historic inflation, illegal immigration, corporate corruption, World War III escalations, and the chronic disease epidemic? Are you willing to elect someone who was the least popular vice president in modern history, and who offers no policy or vision for America simply because your brain keeps telling you anyone but Trump? If so, you might be struggling from TDS. Introducing Independence. Independence allows you the freedom to finally think independently once again. Instead of believing everything you hear from the mainstream media, Independence allows for constructive critical thinking.
I used to hear people on the news say things like,
Donald Trump and the movement he has encouraged are a threat to democracy.
and I instantly believed it. With Independence, I now realize the media is run by the Democrat elite, who are a corrupt oligarchy that censors free speech, silences political opponents, supports forever wars, and abandons democracy by anointing its candidates.
Independence may not be for everyone. If you enjoy being lied to about your president's cognitive abilities, support Orwellian totalitarianism, or are excited about communist fiscal policy, Independence may not be right for you. Common side effects of independence may include an awakening of rational thought, successfully identifying propaganda, freedom of choice, loss of hatred, anti-narcissistic behavior, and love of democracy.
I used to blindly hate whoever my party was running against. I didn't care about facts or policy because I was hopelessly indoctrinated. With independence, I'm much more interested in policies that uphold democracy, and I truly care about the health of our country and its citizens.
Ask your doctor if independence is right for you and enjoy your freedoms once again.
Perfect.
There we go.